Let's learn something which I call adaptive communication. In this, you need to understand your audience before you initiate your dialogue. See, once Albert Einstein was explaining the term theory of relativity to its audience, one of the audience just stood up and said, "What you're making, you're making no sense to me. Your terms are complicated. You're just confusing the audience. There's no value in what you're saying." In order to simplify what he was saying, he just said that imagine you're just sitting on a place which is, the surface is almost burning and you're sitting upon it. The duration will be 2 seconds and it'll feel like you have been sitting on that place for 2 years. It'll make you feel like that. In second scenario, when you're sitting along with your girlfriend, you're just having a normal casual talk for more than 3 to 4 hours. For you, it'll feel like it's in just 4 seconds or 5 seconds. You just initiated the call. Albert Einstein used to relate it, and he had also given a quote related to it. He had said, if you cannot explain something to a 5-year-old child, it means you yourself don't understand about the topic very much. See, in order to understand this very deeply, you need to understand your audience. Imagine their situation, imagine their background. If you're explaining any technical, topic to a non-technical person, you need to simplify the language and you need to avoid complications. You also need to understand their preferences before you initiate your own terms, understanding and all. Some people prefer detailed explanations, whereas someone just want a short response of yours, just a direct message and you need to tailor it as per the audience with whom you're conversating. You also need to match up to the tone of this situation. For example, in a more formal meeting, you cannot say, "That's a great idea." You're supposed to say, "I appreciate your input," what you're saying. So understanding this is crucial in order to be good at communication. You also need to be flexible with your delivery. It's like if the person with whom you're having the conversation is seemingly confused, in that situation you may use any visual aid like writing upon the board, or you may use a smart board in order to show the pictures or something like that, sketches or presentations in order to clarify what you're saying. You also need to understand reading and reacting on a real time. It's like observe the non-verbal cues. When you're explaining something to someone, you might observe on their faces. It's clearly seen several times when we as a teacher explain things to students. We observe that their faces are saying that, "Sir, what you're saying goes over my head. You need to simplify what you're saying." They don't need to speak, but it's clearly visible upon their faces. They're screaming these sentences. "Sir, what you're saying, we can't relate to it." So in order to simplify it, we are supposed to relate the dialogues that they use on daily life or the social media platforms, the memes or something like that, but appropriate ones only. If the listener starts to looking away here and there, it means that it doesn't make any sense what you're saying. So you need to change your tone or ask, have I gone so far or something? Do I make sense to you anymore? Something like that. You also need to adapt as per the situation where you're in. It's like if you got the positive feedback, you need to enhance the complexity of what you're saying. In case the feedback that you got doesn't meet up as per your expectation, you need to rephrase what you're saying, and you need to understand their point of view and modify your answers as per that. Adaptive communication isn't just about talking, it's about connecting, it's about relating to the audience. Subscribe for more just like this. Business Spoken English.